Hi and welcome to Culture Unraveled. Pushpa The Rise is a movie of almost epic proportions which was originally made in Telugu but simultaneously dubbed in 4 other regional languages, which means that it does have a pan-Indian quality to it. The themes seem to resonate with a wide range of people groups. The story follows the rise of Pushpa, who starts his career in the lowest ranks of the sandalwood smuggling industry but then quickly moves up. He is able to navigate his way through the hierarchy primarily because of his fearlessness and wit. He has the ability to think on his feet, has a keen business sense along with a lot of charisma, which he leverages to finally be the absolute leader of the sandalwood syndicate. Well, in terms of his character, it won't get us too far to ask if he's a good person or a bad one. Of course, his actions are atrocious and cannot be morally justified. He beats people to pulp, he bribes everyone around him, he blackmails those in authority, and he breaks the law practically all the time. But yet we find ourselves rooting for him. Now, why is that? Well, a couple of reasons. Firstly, we are able to resonate with his backstory. He's an illegitimate child with a very traumatic childhood. His father's family abandons him completely and he is left to fend for himself and his mother. So we become very empathetic to his situation. Secondly, the system which he is acting in is absolutely corrupt. Right from the top to the bottom, it is a brutal system with no regard for life and purely based on greed. So we see that he's thrown into that system and is trying to work around something that is already so depraved. We seem to factor that in and understand his actions within that framework. It doesn't justify what he does, but it does make us more empathetic to what he does. And finally, he does possess commendable qualities like his love and devotion for his mother, his faithful love to Srivalli, his constant display of courage, and his heart to protect the disempowered. All these characteristics make us overlook many of his non-desirable qualities. This ties in to a good degree with the doctrine of the fall in the Genesis account. It is not saying that we are purely bad, but that we are born into a position of disadvantage. That the systems to which we are thrown into tend to move us away from what we are truly created for. That our situations try to bring out the worst in us because it is distorted. It opens us up to the fact that there are greater forces at play which we naturally get sucked into. But along with it, the Genesis account also says that we are made in the image of God. That we have the potential to display profound qualities of love and affection despite our circumstances which resonate with the higher divine love. The title of the movie is Pushpa The Rise, and there is something worth looking into. Has Pushpa really risen? Well, on one end you could say yes, from a coolie he has now become the head of the sandalwood smuggling syndicate. But at what cost did he get to this position? How much blood has been shed for it to be a rise? Has he really gone further up? In the final scenes with SP Bhagwan Singh, we see that the violence has got so deep that he is visibly losing his mind. A movie that has a lot of the same storyline is the Brazilian crime drama City of God, which shows a very similar rise of Little Z, who becomes the drug lord of his area by eliminating his competition. He too is fearless and ruthless like Pushpa. But the movie ends with a group of kids who shoot him down so that they could establish themselves as the new drug lords. So we see that there is no rise here, just a circle of violence. No one has risen higher within the system. It is just perpetuating the same system of violence.